Back in 1954, Japanese writer-director Akira Kurosawa paid homage to his favorite American director, John Ford, by adapting Western movie themes into his classic film, Seven Samurai. Hollywood responded in 1960 with their own version of Kurosawa's story called The Magnificent Seven. It was a Western set in Mexico starring Yul Brynner, Steve McQueen, Charles Bronson, James Coburn, Robert Vaughn, and Eli Wallach, and it started a whole genre of what I call mercenary movies, like The Guns of Navarone and The Dirty Dozen, and even modern films like The Expendables and the X-Men and Avengers film series. Set in 1876 in the fictional gold mining town of Rose Creek, Denzel Washington plays a peace officer named Sam Chisholm from Wichita, Kansas, who is licensed in the Indian Territories in 9 states. While serving a warrant in a nearby town, Chisholm is recruited to seek justice and revenge by a young widow named Emma Cullen, played by Haley Bennett, whose husband was murdered by a gang run by the movie's villain, Bartholomew Bogue, played by Peter Sarsgaard. The movie starts with an introduction of the villain and his motives. Bogue has taken over most of the town, forcing men to work like slaves in his gold mine in the nearby foothills. Like your usual Hollywood Western cliche, he's also intent on acquiring all of the remaining property in and around the town that he hasn't already coerced from the innocent owners. So he has his goons burn the church and kill any of the townsfolk bold enough to stand up against him, giving them 3 weeks to sell their land to him voluntarily or face dire consequences. Impressed with the widow's plea for help, Sam Chisholm recruits 6 other gunslingers of his acquaintance, played by Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, Byung-Hun Lee, Manuel Garcia Rulfo, Vincent D'Onofrio, and Martin Sansmeyer, to run the bad guys out of town. And in this scene, the 7 of them take on Bogue's remaining men while Bogue and the rest of his gunmen are in San Francisco.
You tell Bogue, if he wants his town, come see me.
Rated PG-13 for lots of relatively bloodless Western-style gun violence and a high body count, but no nudity, sexual content, or profanity that I can remember, Magnificent Seven is one of the year's best movies. Western films have been too few and far between to suit me, and I was pleased to see Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt do their first horse opera. If you know me, you know that I love Westerns, so it should be no surprise that I'm giving a remake with an admittedly unoriginal script all 4 stars. If you love Westerns too, don't miss The Magnificent Seven. Until next week, I'll see you at the show.